the long-awaited arrival of the Old Dominick Wheated Bourbon Cask Strength. How good is it? Stick around and find out. Hi everybody, I'm Brandon.
And I'm Mary.
And welcome to an episode of Poor Decisions.
Pairing.
And Mary, we have a very special bottle tonight.
I have been waiting on this.
Yes. Tell everybody what this special bottle is. It's green, so people would automatically assume maybe it's a rye. What is it?
No, it's Old Dominick's Wheated.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. This is their wheated mash bill. And not only that, you'd be saying, oh, well, Healing Station had a wheated. Yeah, but that was sourced. This is from the one and only Alex Castle. This was one of her earlier projects. Just to give you some info on the bottle, this is a single barrel selected for the Spillway block party that just went down. If you haven't seen our video on it, go check it out. Pretty amazing stuff. Mm-hmm. This is aged for 7 years. Distilled by Old Dominick Distillery, located on South Front Street in Memphis, Tennessee. Coming in at a very impressive 126.35 proof. This had an barrel entry proof of 110 when it started aging. All I can say is, wow.
I'm excited for this because I love wheaters.
Yes, you do. And I enjoy them as well. I was fortunate enough. Hello, Clark and the gang out at Old Dominick. You know, Tim and everybody. Hello. I got to sample this at Spillway before I bought it. As soon as I tasted it, Clark looked me in the face and smiled. And as my hand was going for it, he was putting this bottle in my hand. So
he knows us. He knows we like our wheaters.
He knows us too well, almost too well. But great people out there. Hey, to our viewers, if you're planning a trip to Memphis and you've never been to Old Dominick, reach out to us. We'll put you on with some great people and some even better whiskey. Mm-hmm. All right. So let's do this deal with this first edition of Old Dominick Wheated Their Own Juice. We're going to have a heck of a cork pop. Are you ready?
Wow.
Nice.
That porter would be proud.
That's almost an Olay cork pop. And there's a nice pour for the lady. And a good pour for me.
Oh, that is such a beautiful golden amber.
Oh, just fresh cork pop. The aromas coming just from the bottle are phenomenal. The color on this is a deep amber.
It's coating, and I'm still waiting for legs. It is a beautiful coat.
This coats like motor oil. It is so heavy.
There are no legs yet. It's just a coating.
It's just sitting there. Oh, wait. I'm starting to get a couple of little spots here and there. This has got to be like syrup.
Oh,
Let's go in on the nose.
the nose is beautiful.
Oh my goodness. Bright, fruity, sweet. And what did I say this? 126.3. I'm getting my nose all the way in this.
It's not ethanol for
There's
it at all.
no ethanol burn whatsoever. I am impressed. Even more so.
It's going to have a floral note on there.
Slightly, almost like a rose water.
I'm getting
kind of
like when you get that clovery smell.
You know, when you go to the florist and you're buying well, you never bought me roses, but when I buy you roses,
you buy you roses.
No, you don't. But when I buy you roses and I open up the door to where all the roses are located, that rose water fragrance, that floral, hydrated floral, I know it sounds weird, but that's how it associates in my mind. But you get that floral.
You know, in the springtime, especially when I have to get out to clear out all of our raised beds for our vegetable garden, and we get a lot of clover in there, and on top of that clover is that purple flower buds that shoot up. That scent when I'm pulling out the clover with the buds.
Yep.
I'm getting that on the nose.
I mean, there's no burn on the nose whatsoever.
It's crisp on the nose.
It's crisp. It's clean. It doesn't have, a lot of people talk about the weeder funk. This does not have it.
This is like just that cool breeze that you get in the spring when you have that clover and the fresh budding in the spring. It has a very spring smell to it.
Old Dominick prides itself on aging all of their whiskey in West Tennessee white oak barrels, but they put the mash bill on here. Get this: 83% wheat, 12% corn, 5% malted barley. I have not seen that type of mash bill before.
Give it to Alex. She's a master blender.
She's a master distiller. Cut her teeth at Wild Turkey before taking over the reins at Old Dominick, and she is now she has moved on and is doing great things at Augusta Distilling in Kentucky.
I am looking forward to seeing her again at our next get together.
Yes.
At the end of the month.
For those of you in the Memphis area and the Memphis Bourbon Society, come join us, and all the other members of Memphis Bourbon Society. Our hometown girl Alex is coming back home to share a few pours, some stories, and give us an update on everything that she's been up to at Augusta.
Right.
I cannot stand this anymore. I have got to taste this. Slightly drying.
The coating, it coats your mouth really well.
Oh my goodness.
There's a hug. This is the first time I've had a hug. It's warm in the throat, but I get that beautiful hug right in the chest.
But it's not harsh, it's soft.
Yes.
The sweetness is so pronounced. You would think this was like a honey finish or a maple finish by the sweet level. This is outstanding.
On the long finish, it's like when you're out in the spring and you pull the honeysuckles, when you're pulling that, you put those and Yeah, it's like a fresh honeysuckle on the palate.
With that nectar from the honeysuckle.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I 100% agree with that. And
Neighbor.
our neighbor has decided to make some noise. So if you happen to hear it, we apologize.
Startled me at first.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, the finish is still going. I'm getting um, like that light brown sugar, a buttery, some very few on the baking spice. Obviously, with no rye in it, there's not going to be a lot, but the sweet, velvety creaminess from the wheat that's in here, the corn sweetness is there to help enhance it.
The best way I can put this is springtime in a glass.
Yes. Uh, this would be great with a charcuterie board with fruits, cheeses, and the meats. I think would go
Yes.
awesome with this.
Like prosciutto and mozzarella.
Sopasata, and stuff like that. And maybe even some of the stone ground deli mustard to kind of cut through some of the sweet.
Yeah, because that would give you a grounding point because it's a stronger flavor.
Mm-hmm.
And with this one, it's got a great hug. It's not over bold on the mouth.
Oh, no.
But it's got a really great hug. So you kind of want something bold to go with this.
But then again, I could see burgers on the grill with this, or brats maybe, if you were so inclined.
A brisket even.
Definitely smoked meat, whether it's a pork shoulder, brisket, or even if you're smoking a turkey or chicken, that would be excellent with this.
Vegetables all day, like asparagus.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not one for asparagus,
but that would go well with
but
this.
There's sometimes that I do. I don't like it out of a can. I think it's nasty.
But fresh, grilled,
fresh off the grill asparagus is really good. I like that. So I could see like grilled veggies coming off the grill, the squashes with a little onion, maybe some tomato that had been grilled, just fresh fruit that you would pull from, or not fruit, but vegetables that you could pull from your garden, and you want to grill up like eggplant. That would even really give, it would just give you those fresh vegetable flavors, because this is, like I said, it's like spring in a glass.
And with that proof point, it is so light on the palate. You would expect this to be a punch, but it's not.
No.
I mean, I could honestly sit down, and I'm going to sound like a disgusting pig saying it, but I don't care. I could sit down with pita chips and a bowl of hummus with this and enjoy it. Cigar, oh my gosh, give me a Monte Cristo white, or a CAO or something of that nature. It would be so good. A really good Connecticut shade wrap cigar that's light medium to medium would be perfect with this as an after dinner pour.
I wouldn't go bold.
Bold, I think, would overpower and it would take away from the beauty of what was created here.
Yeah, I agree. I just think natural. This is such a natural and just such a very balanced. So anything over bold could take away from it. You could go very light with it to moderate. And I mean, anything vegetable wise, just a little salt and pepper.
Yeah.
I don't even need Cajun seasoning, because I think Cajun seasoning would be too much.
It would be too much for this, because even though it's that high of a proof, it's cast strength, it's still delicate.
It is. And I think I mean, I could even do like the potatoes where I
Mm-hmm.
cook them up, like the dice, leave the skin on.
Mm-hmm.
When I dice them up and I put them in the Kerrygold and kind of steam
Oh,
fry them.
yes.
Yeah, something like that. Something that just brings out the natural flavors of your food, because this has got such a natural flavor
Mm-hmm.
across the board. It's
Absolutely.
awesome.
Well, I don't know much more to say on it other than this is delicious. I am so happy with this. I
Yeah.
and folks, I'm sorry to tell you, this is available to a limited market and distillery. If you're in the area, uh, run, don't walk. If you come into town or if you live in the area, go to Old Dominic. Pick this up. You will thank us later.
I
Um,
think I just read off of Old Dominic what they put out is this is now available as of today in the distillery.
correct. As of Saturday the 12th, I'm sorry, Friday the 11th, it was available in the distillery
Mhm.
at noon. And they only have so many bottles, but I'm telling you now, I'm going to have to run by and grab it back up.
Yeah, because now that this is open, I know me, and I'm going to drink this.
And I know her. That's why I got to get it back up. Otherwise, I will miss out on any future pours of this bottle. Well, Mary, we've been having a lot of fun with these bottles that we got from Spillway.
Yes, we did. It was a great time. It was wonderful to get to meet all these different people, especially people that all you knew was a screen name,
Mm-hmm.
because we've seen them in like Bruzel's Discord,
Mm-hmm.
and just we had a great time. We opened some really good bottles under our
We
tent.
had people look at us like, "Are you crazy?" But yes, for those of you that were there and you came by the tent like we suggested, if you know, you know. Now,
Whiskey's best for sharing with good friends, and that's what we do.
absolutely, because guess what? We don't have a collection, we have a selection. We've been saying that for years.
Mm-hmm.
And so, whenever we have a bottle that somebody wants to try, if we don't have one already opened, I tell them open it. I make them open it. And if they start to hesitate, I take it from them and I open it and I pour it. And they sit there shocked, like, I can't believe you just did that.
I want to say we took 8 bottles,
Yes.
all unopened, and the bottles that we brought, everybody who came and hung with us were really shocked at the bottles that we brought.
Especially TJ. He was like, "You brought what? And you opened what?"
Yeah,
But
we share our allocateds too.
allocated just means it's harder to get. It doesn't mean it's harder to drink.
That's right.
And we made some really good new friends, and they had been watching the channel for a little while. We invited them to subscribe, but guess what? No pressure. But hey, guess what? Pressure now. Subscribe. Subscribe to the channel, okay?
You know who you are.
You know who you are. Fuzzy, Wuzzy, you know.
You're not supposed to call anybody out.
I didn't say his real name.
No, but people will figure it out.
No. Just to reiterate, we did open an extremely special bottle to celebrate Fuzzy and Wuzzy's 17th wedding anniversary while they were at Spillway.
Right.
To the point that poor man sat down like, I cannot believe you just opened this bottle. And we celebrated their nuptials of 17 years because we've been together. Ooh, do I dare say the number?
We're coming up on 30 years together.
So, yeah, we understand the trials, the tribulations, and the bumps in the roads and the Grand Canyons in between. But hey, buddy, we love you. We love your wife, Fuzzy, Wuzzy. You guys come to Memphis, we got you.
Absolutely.
And we're not going to waste any more of your time. However, I will throw something else out to celebrate all of the great things that we did get at Spillway. We're kind of kicking around the idea. Maybe we'll do a uh, giveaway of some samples of the bottles that we got at Spillway.
Mm.
Because this is not going to be readily available. Some of the other ones that we're reviewing are not going to be readily available, but you know what? Whiskey is good. Whiskey is best when it's shared with good friends.
That's right.
So be looking for something like that coming up very soon. And
You
so
got something up your sleeve.
I have something up both sleeves. So stay tuned. If you haven't subscribed, you better subscribe and hit those notifications because you don't know when that is going to come up. And guess what? Some of the samples may not necessarily be what we purchased. It could be some of the samples that we poured.
Those were great.
Yeah.
And people who know us from a lot of our bourbon groups know that you don't have it and you want to try it. I've sent out samples.
Have we sent out samples? All right. But we like to close out our video with something that is very near and dear to our hearts that we have learned along this journey of whiskey and starting this YouTube channel. Thank you to TJ and Jill from Bruzel for beating it over our heads for so long to get this channel up and going.
Yeah.
And we're having so much fun and we love meeting new friends. So tonight we're going to close.
Always remember, we have one life to live.
So make it about family, good friends, and great whiskey.
Until the next time, our friends.
Cheers.